Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new episode in Waveland Park. In the last episode we built Beaver's Creek, this huge habitat for now it's only for two beavers, but I hope they will have offspring pretty soon. So we built the nice beaver habitat up on the hill here, and here is one of the little critters going to take a swim, jumping off the board and bam, splash into the water. Today we are going to extend the river's edge with this big part right over here where you can see the end of the river that's coming from the giant otters, went through the habitat of the capybaras and now finds its end right here. What I'm going to build in this episode is usually was planned for the Caimans. I wasn't quite sure for what kind of Caimans because we have two in the game now, the spectacled one and the dwarf Caiman. I think it's the dwarf Caiman because once again the name is different in German. It's not called dwarf Caiman in German, but it's called I don't know how to translate it into English. In German it is called Braun Glattstirn Caiman. So a very difficult name. As I said, usually this was planned to be a build for the Caiman. But then I noticed the habitat is massive and the Caiman is very, very small. And so I decided I'm going to cut the habitat in half and make it a shared habitat so that we have a second crocodilian in there. So the second crocodilian that is going to move in there in today's episode is going to be the gharial. I asked some of you guys what you think would fit in here, and Sonia Lalalu, who is a huge fan of the park, commented and said she wanted the gharial to move in there. And so I said, yes, okay, let's do this. To make a long story short, that's exactly why I was going to build a shared habitat. No, not quite shared, because the gharial and the Caiman won't share the habitats. How do I say that without getting too far in the things that's going to happen in here? Separated habitats. Let's call it separated habitats. So we have one habitat on the left side that is going to be the bigger one, in which the gharials will move in, and we have a slightly smaller one on the right side where the Caiman is going to move in. As it happens most of the times when I'm going to build something in Planet Zoo, and especially here in Waveland Park, in the beginning I often don't know what to build or how to build. I know the animals that I'm going to build a habitat for, but I don't know what it's going to look like. And so it was the case with this here. I knew where it's going to be, I knew the space that it's going to take, and I knew that there was an underwater viewing area, as you can see right here. And so the rest was something that I thought, let's get into building and see where it might lead me to. I think I said that a lot of times. I don't know if I said it in this series in Waveland Park as well, but pretty sure in Swamp Lake Zoo in Arizona Adventure Park. That is how that's how I'm working. Just start with things and let's see what the outcome will be, and not too much of planning, because you get easily frustrated. At least I am getting easily frustrated when I'm planning something and it doesn't work the way that I wanted it to work. So it's always better to just jump into it and let it flow, as the lay designer would say. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Okay, that's what I was doing right here. And here you can already see how big the whole habitat is, if I would leave it as a whole. It would be bigger than the actual habitat for the giant otters is, and that didn't seem right to me to give that just to the Caimans. Yeah, as I said, you can see how big the whole thing is in here. I also had a little bit of a problem right here, that I needed to have something like a land area where the visitors can get close to the Caiman as well. Because I had something similar on the other side for the Gharial, so I decided I needed to extend the huge habitat once more and make it even bigger, so that we can have something like a nut beach, nut coast. Yeah, you know what I mean, a land area for the Caiman. Oh my god, I just forgot what animal I'm going to put in here. Yeah, so that's what I was going to build in here. I did it in the same style as for the Gharial, so that it is completely cohesive. But what I wanted to tell you usually is not the correct word. What I wanted to tell you is that as I was building the whole thing here, I was also watching a great video from ZSH Plays. Huge fan of his builds. You definitely should check him out if you haven't already, and especially his series Tecton Zoo, which fits the vibe of this zoo of Waveland Park very, very good, because it's also built very modern and concrete, glass, mesh fence and stuff like that. So pretty cool. To make a long story short, I watched his newest episode in Tecton Zoo, where he built an aviary. An aviary kind of building for the small clawed otters and for the giant pandas. So very rare combination. And I was so in love with the build that he did that I decided I wanted to do something similar here. And you will see in a few minutes where this is going to lead me. And I'm pretty happy with it. Even though if I did plan it in the beginning that I wanted to have something like an aviary built in here, I would have started the whole process a little bit different. To make it a little bit easier. But as I already laid down the groundwork for the whole habitat and put down all the rocks and the underwater viewing area and stuff like that, and it would have been pretty exhausting and very difficult to change that up again. I decided I have to go with the things that I already have in here and make the best out of it. And in the end, it all worked out and it looks pretty amazing, and I'm very, very happy with it. But decide for yourself when you see it, when I'm finished here, if you do like the build. So on a personal note, before I go on with telling you guys what I'm going to do in here, I noticed, and I notice from time to time again on my channel, that I have a lot of views on my videos and I have a lot of viewing time on my videos. Subscribers are coming in the whole time and the channel is steadily growing. With that being said, I'm close to the 1 year anniversary on YouTube for Bake and Play, which is going to be on October 10th. But I'm not going to be here. I'm in Florida at that point. To get back to it, I have a lot of viewers, I have a lot of viewing hours on my videos, so it seems that you guys do indeed like what I'm doing and enjoy my videos. I would appreciate it very, very much if you guys would show that you like my videos by hitting the like button or leave a comment, subscribe to my channel or whatever, because this would help me a lot to get my channel growing and be able to do more stuff and more exciting stuff for you guys, as for example more of the zoo tours that I'm already doing, and lots of new stuff and more exciting stuff and things like that. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button more often. Yeah, with that being said, I'm very, very thankful for every single one of you that is joining in on my channel. Almost on a daily basis, there are new subscribers coming in, new guys and girls that are commenting on my videos, and I really, really love to engage with you people and chat with you. Also during my live streams that are only in German right now, but maybe I'll change that up in the second year of Bake and Play, so that we have an international live stream as well. Because sometimes it happens that I have English folks or folks from the US in my live streams, and yeah, it's pretty difficult for me to switch between German and English, and I don't want anyone, and especially when I'm doing the German live streams, I don't want the international guys to feel uncomfortable or not enjoying my live streams because they don't understand what I'm talking about. So maybe that's a thing that I'm going to do on a regular basis as I said, in the second year of Bake and Play, so that we are going to have international live streams as well. Maybe for the new franchise series. So here in the video right now you can see I'm doing a lot of planting. At that point of the video, at that point of me building in here, I didn't know what I was going to do. I put down a lot of plants and I just thought that I was going with with an open habitat in here. So with no roof or fences around it or something like that, just like this little not really a grotto, but this little thing where you go behind the scenes. I'm saying that with quotation marks because it is not really behind the scenes, but it is not on the main track of the park. So that's what I mean with behind the scenes. Yeah, I thought I'm going to leave it this way, and this is the point where I change things up. You can see already that I put in the mesh fence in here, which is the in-game fence that I used. I didn't build something custom made, because that is also something that I've seen in ZSH Play's video, as he built this beautiful building in Tecton Zoo. And yeah, I just wanted to try it out in the beginning and look how the whole thing looks and if I do like it. And yeah, what should I say? In the end, I liked it really, really much. And I thought this is definitely something that I want to do. And then came a second idea. ZSH Plays also did this in his Tecton Zoo build. This already sounds like I was copying everything that he did in there, but I really did not. I used it as an inspiration, and I wanted to have birds in there as well, because you know, as we have an aviary in here, we should have some birds. So as we do not have in-game birds, and probably we never will have some real birds for the game, I downloaded some some fake birds, I call it fake birds, from Drag from the workshop a few months ago. He's done some amazing things and built that with all the in-game pieces, with almost like the art pieces and stuff like that. It's really it's mind-blowing what he did with all the pieces and how realistic those birds look from afar, not from very close. I have to be very honest about that. From very close, they look good, but they almost look like a little mess of someone just putting some weird pieces together. But they look amazing and very, very great for buildings like this. If you do an aviary build or build some smaller aviaries around the park, I can only recommend you to download this bird packs from Drag. You will see later in the video. Drag is written D-R-A-C. So I just type that in the Planet Zoo workshop, and you will find what I'm talking about. He has multiple bird packs right now in the workshop. Tropical birds, Andean condors, parrots, all different stuff, and as I said, pretty great stuff. You will see later on in the video as well. So that was what I was going to do. I definitely wanted to have some of the birds in here, and using the in-game speakers with the jungle sounds, so that you could not only see birds in there but also hear them. Yeah, here I was building the roof for the aviary. So I was using these concrete pieces, or this I don't know the word in English anymore. This is something that I used all the time, and I heard Rudy Rankemel say the word so frequently, and I just don't know what the material is called anymore. Plaster. Oh my god. Yeah. I was using the plaster pieces here. So it's not a white concrete, but very similar to that. It's a white plaster. And I was putting the mesh fence pieces in between this. So what I was going to do afterwards is rotate the whole thing around and make some nice circle-shaped roof for our aviary. Yeah, but as you noticed, our aviary is not really circular. Our aviary has a very unique shape, so I had to come up with a solution how to fill in the gaps in between. But let's put in the roof first, and then we're going one step further and talk about how we could or should have filled in the gaps in the roof. So as you can see, I couldn't fill the whole space with those circular roofs, so I just filled in some smaller parts and tried to connect all three of them together so that it would look just a little bit to make sense. Yeah, to give the whole thing support, I put down some of those pillars here, also done by I just forgot the word once again, with the plaster pieces, and I really do love the nice and clean look of those white plaster pieces. So what I did here might look a little bit weird and almost like some kind of a spider web when the spider was on drugs. Yeah. So a stone spider web, I guess. And to give it a little bit more support and connect it with the edges of our aviary so that those roof pieces won't fall down easily. Yeah, the majority of the support comes from the pillars in the middle. I think that is pretty clear, and I think those things could stand alone with those pillars. But we have a lot more of roof to do to, yeah, to stay on top. The roof is already finished. You can't see it right now. You can see it in a later stage or in a second or a minute. I had some ideas what I could do for the roof. The first idea was to put in meshed pieces in between so that it would make sense and everything is connected together, and yeah. That didn't quite work out, and it was really stressful to do this. So I decided, what about using some of the new pieces that we got in the conservation DLC, those smaller wooden pieces, and make it like our viewing galleries that we have right here for the capybaras, for example, and fill in the gaps with those pieces, with some of the planks. I tried that. And after about 20 minutes putting down planks, I decided no, I don't want this because it makes the whole inside of our building so dark, and we have so much shade in here, so that, yeah, so that it does look like a night house or something like that. Here you could see a little bit of a glimpse of our roof. What I did instead was I filled in about 85% of the open spaces with glass pieces, so that we have a glass roof connected to our circular roofs with the mesh pieces. And for the gaps that were still open, and to make it not look that messy, I put down some more of white concrete pieces, to fill in the gaps. It didn't look that great with those concrete pieces, so that I decided I'm going back to our entrance build, and I'm going to put in put on top of it some of our logo pieces that we have in the entrance plaza area. And after I did that, the whole thing looked really, really cool, and I do love it now. I do love it now, but as I said in the beginning, if I had planned an aviary in the beginning of the whole build, it would have turned out very, very different, and a lot easier for me to do. Yeah, here I built the entrance to our Croc Aviary, which sounds a little bit wrong, because why would you use an aviary for crocs? But as we do have free roaming birds in here, in theory, we would need something else, not just one door where you go through, but we would need those rope curtains, so that when you enter the building, you go through the rope curtain the next at your next step, so that the birds won't be able to escape through the doors as the visitors are going in there. You already could see some of the billboards that I did once again for the Croc Aviary. Someone commented on Facebook as I called it crocodiles, and had a picture of a gharial on the one billboard that in fact it was not crocodiles, but yeah, it's a gharial on the photo, which is absolutely true, which is not very correct if I called it crocodiles and put a photo of a gharial on there. But as this building is, yeah, we also do have a caiman in here, which is factual, also not a crocodile. Yeah, but as we do have some crocodilians in here, like gharial, caiman, alligator, or something like that, as we do have some of them in here, I thought it would be okay to, yeah, to call the whole thing crocodiles. And as I said, Waveland Park is not something like a science-based zoological park, but more like an amusement park. I thought crocodilians or crocodiles would be absolutely okay for this kind of build. Yeah, as you could have seen, I have done the interior. I cut that, or I cut a huge part of that out of the video because, yeah, the video is already 35 minutes long and I didn't want to have an hour-long video, but instead I wanted to have the whole build in one video and not to separate it and make one video for the gharials and the next video for the caiman. I just wanted to finish the whole thing here and give you one longer video, but with two separate animals in there. I hope this is okay for you, and yeah, I think that's the better way to approach this. Yeah, with that being said, as you're watching this video 1 week from today on, so on October 1st, I'm going to be in Florida on vacation for 2.5 weeks. Here are the birds, by the way. Drake's Winged World is the huge display with many different birds. Yeah, I'm going to be in Florida from October 1st until October 18th. So I have pre-recorded some stuff, but unfortunately right now there is no video from Waveland Park in the pre-recorded videos, because as I said in the beginning of this video, Waveland Park, did I say it? Well, never mind. Waveland Park always takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to build stuff, because it's not just a simple zoo, because yeah, it is my high-end zoo. I just call it that way. And that makes it very difficult to build something very quick, and as I always want things to be new and unique and special when I'm going to do something in here. And so yeah, as I said, I didn't pre-record something on Waveland Park yet. Maybe that will change, maybe it will not. So don't be sad, guys, and don't be scared that there is not going to be any more episodes of Waveland Park. There definitely will be. So if there's no new episode in on Saturday 2 weeks from now, which is going to be the 7th. Yeah, it has to be the 7th October. If there's no Waveland video on that day, don't be scared, there's definitely going to come something, but it might take until the end of October. So we might have a little break on Waveland Park until then, until I come back from the US and have time to build again in the park. So as I said, don't be worried, there will be some new stuff for the park. it just will take some time. But there's going to be a lot of other stuff in the meantime. I built some amazing stuff for Arizona Adventure Park, and yeah, Arizona Adventure Park also will end on October 10th this year. Yeah, as the park is going to be finished. So there are 3 more episodes coming, and a short overview of the park on a later stage or in between, I don't know when already. And there's also going to be a tour or several tours through the park, because there's some more people interested in touring the zoo. And yeah, maybe you want to have a look at Arizona Adventure Park in the meantime, when there's no new Waveland episodes. Yeah, but with that being said, we are at the end of our episode. We're having a look now at our crocodile aviary, having a little stroll around, looking at the animals. Here's some custom billboards that I did once again for the animals, for the gharial, and later on for the caiman as well. I chose the spectacled caiman for the habitat, as this was the newest addition to the park, to the game. Yeah, now we're going to have a look in the underwater viewing area, and from this moment on I will leave you guys alone. And in the meantime, you can see and have a look at how many different birds we have in here. How many of them do you see, and how many species? Let me know in the comment section. So, have a great time, guys. I hope to see you all soon, latest on at the end of October. Yeah, have a great time. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and see you soon. Bye, guys.
I'm a flyer on YouTube.